intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On third down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards.
Here we go.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 52 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down to the 38. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dwyer. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Up the right sideline. Alvin Kamara inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dragons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
7-7, our score after 1. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Roll. Check, Panthers.
Now they try the right side here. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Jamin Davis, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
And they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Higgins.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Robinson.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Second and 13. Wide open receiver, complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Dwyer. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Still going. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson as the first half is winding. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we reach halftime and what past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Houston.
Brian Robinson Jr.
50 yards.
And the Dragons get a bit closer.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try...
Taking it right down Broadway. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They'll take over.
Houston's offense taking over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On third down, Dwyer. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
It's fourth down.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The 36-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again, Dwyer.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
To throw on 3rd down, Dwyer. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had. points to close things out, and to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for two. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. That's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. 2nd down and a yard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not